Hello everyone and welcome back to today's video. How you all doing? I hope you are keeping well. In this one, as we have read by the title, I am going to be testing a new concealer from Revolution Beauty. This one is called Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer, which comes in this packaging right here. So yeah, that is the packaging. And if you guys been watching my channel long enough, you know how much I love their original concealers, which are of course these ones right here. I have them. I'll quickly show you. So those are the original concealer that I have been using, and I still use them on my channel. I just love the formulas, and when they came up with this new one here, I was like, a new concealer, I have to try this. So in today's video, I'm going to be trying it, doing a wear test, hopefully 16-hour wear test, so that we can get to find out on how this concealer is going to perform. So that's what we are doing today. If you're interested, keep on watching. Now let's get into the good stuff, the claims. What is this concealer going to do? What is the difference between this concealer and the original concealer? Now let's find out together. All right, so this concealer comes in two different, of course, sizes. They do have the small one, which I have here, that contains 5 ml of product. They also have the larger one, which I don't have because I wanted to test it first to see if I like it, and then if I do, then I can go ahead and buy the bigger one. Now the bigger one comes in it does contain 9 milliliter of product in there, and that one retails for €9.99. So yeah, two sizes. We have the choice to to try to see if you like it. But I like the idea of trying this one. If I like, then I can go in and just buy the big one. But anyway, so the one that I have, which of course the small one, this one comes in 60 different shades, like 60 different shades. That's a lot of shades, shades to choose from, and I'm quite excited with that one. And the larger one, which is of course the XL, that one comes in 24 shades, so less shades in the larger one. And what else does this concealer say? I'm going to put something on the screen here so you guys can see on what the claims are as well. So this offers a 16-hour wear with 20 more pigment and 20 more coverage. Ooh, that sounds very inviting. And also this contains niacinamide inside, which means they are infused with skincare benefits. Now that is good because I love my skincare. Hello, and if I can get that in my concealer, even better. I'm quite excited already. And it is suitable for all skin type, and it offers a full coverage, crease proof, and cakeless. Ooh, okay, we are getting into the real stuff now. And it's also perfect for contouring, so you can use this to contour. Like you can get like a deeper shade and just use to contour, like I do with the original one. I have the darker shade over here, which I use of course for contouring, and you can I believe you can do that with this one as well. You can use it as a foundation for your whole entire face, which if I like it, I might go and get a bigger one for that. And yeah, so that is what we are doing now. Let's get into applying this product because I'm excited already. All right, let me just swing in, come closer, and we can start doing this. And let me quickly just open it and see how the applicator looks like this, you guys. It is of course a doe foot applicator, and I believe it looks like the original one. Let me just quickly open one of the original one and just have a look. Well, it's slightly smaller but very identical, so that's that. And yeah, I'm super excited to be testing this. So I already have a foundation. I don't have a full face of makeup. I'm going to complete my makeup later on, but for now let's just focus on the concealer, and I'm going to start applying this. 16 hours. Ooh, okay. All right. So I forgot to tell you guys, my one is in the shade C12.5. yeah, C12.5. This is the one that I picked. Usually on the original one I use C12, but this time I went for C12.5. so let's go ahead and start applying this. All right, like that. I believe that is enough. And one thing I love about this kind of applicator is that I don't have to dip many times in there, because one dip or the second one is just enough to kind of, you know, give you enough product in there to work with. So that's what smells fresh. I love a fresh product. I'm just going to drag it a little bit here, and that is how we are looking like for now, you guys. We are looking like that. And let me quickly start buffing this one in. I have two sponges here. I wonder if I should use the bigger one or the small one. Let's try with the bigger one and see how we go first. Like that. All right. One thing for sure is it does dry down quickly. I should have started with one eye actually and then go to the other one, but you gotta move. Okay. But what do you guys think of the shade range? Because I mean, in the larger one they have 24 shades, which is of course less than the smaller one. What do you think of that? Number one, I like the idea that, you know, we get this like a smaller size, like, you know, you can try the product and you can always go back and buy the larger one. But do you think that they should have just came up with one size, like maybe the larger one? Somehow I still think so, even though I like the idea of testing it first, you know, then going and buying the larger one. But I feel like, is it really necessary to have, you know, two different, you know, sizes where the other one you don't have exactly, and the other one, so we have 60 on the smaller one and then we have 24 in the larger one? Do you think that they should have like equaled it, like, you know, 60 in the smaller one and 60 in the larger one so that it's even? Or what are your thoughts on that one? Let me know in the comment section. I'm quite interested to hear what you guys say. I just switched to a smaller sponge so that we, you know, I get in there and do the job properly. So far that has been buffed in, and I'm just going to quickly have a close-up look to see what I'm working with here. Okay, so far I like how my under eyes looks like. They really look good. I'm quickly going to zoom you in, you guys, so you can see just a little bit. So that is how my under eyes looks like so far, like that. And I think they're not looking too bad. Definitely the coverage is there, and I like the finish that I'm seeing at the moment here. But one thing I will tell you is that, you know, because I do have fine lines under my eyes, and therefore even with any other concealers, of course, those will always be there. Even if you cover them, they will still be there. You still see your fine lines. So that is just something to keep in mind. But so far at this stage, it's not, you know, it's not creasing. It doesn't crease at all at this stage. So I mean, I just applied it on, of course. But anyway, that is how our under eyes looks like. And right here where I applied it, and I'm quite excited or interested and looking forward to see how it's going to look after a couple hours of course, you know, wearing this. Yeah, the coverage is there, and I like what I see so far. Now I'm going to go ahead and of course set the concealer using a powder, and I'm going to use my trusted powder, which is of course the Ramisia one, which is right here in the shade translucent. So that's the one I'm going to quickly use and set this down. I do have oily skin, if you know, you are new to my channel. So yeah, oily skin is pretty much my life. But I feel like if you do have, like, you know, a dry skin, you know, you can skip this option. It's really entirely up to you. You can set it or you can not set it, but I'm an oily skin girl, so I'm going to go ahead and just set this one down. And I'm not going to bake. I'm just going to, you know, push this on my skin like that, so that everything is nicely set. I always do this. Of course, set my, you know, concealers. Alright, it definitely the powder did set that concealer beautifully. I'm happy on how my under eyes looks like so far. So yeah, let's quickly just get rid of that, because like I said, I'm not going to bake at all. Just going to set that and we'll move on. All right, everyone, so here we have a close-up of how the concealer looks like with that powder on. You can see right here on both sides of the eyes, of course. Now looking underneath here, everything looks good. We don't have any creasing at this stage, and that powder just, you know, sets that concealer beautifully, and I just love how my under eyes looks like at this stage. Yeah, it's hard to say how it's going to look like after a couple hours of wearing this, but of course that's what the wear test is all about, to find out. So I'm going to just go ahead and complete the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back to show you guys, you know, before I begin the wear test. So yeah. All right, everyone, so I just finished the rest of my makeup, and this is how my face looks like. I kept everything very minimal. I did not want to do anything crazy to my face today, but I love how everything turned out. So yeah. All right, you guys, this is a concealer. I am looking forward to be doing a 16-hour wear test on this one. Can I just say that I have never worn makeup for that long. Usually when I apply makeup, I go out. The minute I get back home, I always take my makeup off, do my skincare, and just chill. So for me to be wearing this for 16 hours, that is to another level. I have done, of course, full, wear test in the past, but not up to 16 hours. So this will be the first time, and I'm so looking forward to see on how this is going to turn out. So yeah, already. So far, I've had this concealer for about 10 minutes, and underneath my eyes and anywhere else where I apply the concealer looks nice. There's no creasing at this stage, so that's good. I'll quickly show you. Looks all right. Looks smart, all completely dry, and no creasing, like I said. So yeah. Are you guys ready for the wear test? I am ready. All right, let's quickly check the time. It is now 7:35 in the morning. It's still too early, but of course I woke up a little bit early so that we can get this wear test, you know, started, because otherwise it's going to be long, you know. I'm going to stay up for a very long time. But anyway, so I will be back after a couple hours to show you guys how my underneath looks like and everywhere that I applied concealer. And one thing I will not do is touch up. So I will not touch up at all. I just want to see how this product is going to perform without touching up. You hear me already? All right, so I shall see you guys in a couple hours. Don't go away. Hey guys, checking in with my first update on this Revolution Beauty Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer, which is of course this one right here. Now you guys, I have this for about 5 hours right about now, and I have good news for you. Good news for you. This is our first check-in, keep in mind. So this is a check-in good news. Let's check the time. It is now 12:42 in the afternoon, which is right there. Now, I think last time I spoke to was like 7:20 something in the morning, so a little over 5 hours, and I have to tell you that underneath my eyes looks absolutely smooth, looks beautiful. The concealer has not separated, it's not caking at all. Everything looks put, everything looks wonderful, and she's happy right about now. 5 hour mark. So I'm going to zoom you in so I can show how everything looks like. Of course, you know, the rest of my face, I start to develop oil around my T-zone. That's normal. I'm a normal skin, you know, my skin is quite oily, not a normal skin. I have oily skin, so, you know, my oil will always show up throughout the day. But underneath my eyes, oh man, you're gonna see this. All right, I'm going to zoom you in right now. By the way, I did not touch up, so here we go. So you guys, you can see right underneath my eyes here that the concealer has not separated, and it's not caking at all. Everything looks wonderful, looks beautiful, and I am loving what I'm seeing right about now. I mean, this is only 5 hours. We still have a long way to go, but at this stage, everything is good. I can report that everything looks good because, of course, you know, we are looking good. So let's see how long it's going to stay like this. Whether, you know, the next checking, we are going to be looking like a disco ball or not. So let's see how this concealer is going to hold on. But for now, we are happy with what we have going on here, because usually some concealers do crease, you know, on me, and they separate during the day. But this one, so far, we are looking good. So that is something to be happy about right about now. So you guys, I will check back again later to see where we are at. So yeah, see you shortly. Hey guys, I am back with my second check-in to show you how this concealer has held on during the day without touch-up. Now I've had this for more than 14 hours, like for real, more than 14 hours, you guys. I've had this concealer on, and I have to say right about now that I am impressed on how underneath my eyes looks like. You guys, they're super matte, cakeless, and it's just amazing. Oh, by the way, I did change my lipstick. I popped on a lip gloss, and of course the rest of my face looks very oily right about now. Of course, it's, you know, more than 14 hours, of course, but today's video, it's not really about a foundation review. We are focusing mainly on the concealer, and that is where we apply the concealer, which is underneath the eyes here, a little bit on the forehead, and a little bit down here. So those are the areas that we are going to be testing. I'm going to be looking, investigating to see how those areas are doing in terms of, you know, are they cakeless, are they creasing, or anything like that. So that is that. I'll quickly show you the time right now. It is, of course, 9:36, 21:36 there in the PM. And last time I spoke to you was that like 12:40, I believe, in the afternoon. So yeah, more than 14 hours, you guys. Wow, that is the longest of wearing makeup, and I cannot wait to take this one and do my skincare. All right, anyway, you guys, so underneath my eyes looks, I'll quickly zoom you in so you can see what I'm talking about. Underneath my eyes looks matte, of course. It's cakeless, which is amazing. And I started noticing just a little bit of creasing, you know, underneath here, very close to the inner part of the eye, just around this area here. I'll quickly zoom in so you guys can see. But it's a very tiny kind of creasing. It's not like extreme. You could barely see it unless you like really look closer. That's the only thing that I started to notice. But other than that, everything looks amazing, and it's just like, wow, 14 hours still looks super matte, everything's still attached. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm going to quickly zoom you in, you guys, so you can see every pores that I have, every pimple that I have. So here we go. All right, you guys, so here we are close up, and you can see what I mean underneath there, how matte it looks. So on both sides looks quite matte, and I don't mind this. I like this. And the area that I was saying that it starts to get a little bit creasing is just around here towards the inner part. Now that part, I'm not sure if you can see, but I do notice a little bit of creasing there, just a tiny bit. It's not too bad at this stage, but you know, I can see it myself when I look closer. So that is the only thing that I started to notice. But other than that, everything looks good. You know, despite how oily the rest of my face looks, you know, at this point. But underneath my eyes, it's just amazing. And of course, the one that I applied on my forehead, that one, it's not matte anymore. It, of course, it's oily, but the good thing is that it's not, you know, the concealer has not separated, so it's still attached there on my forehead. It's just that my oil has come through, but still looks, you know, like nice and dewy kind of finish. And that applies to underneath here as well. You know, it's the same thing. But in terms of matte, those areas are definitely not matte. They are a little bit oily. Underneath, it's just amazing. So this is how we are looking like, you guys. This is how we are looking like. So I'm going to have this you know, concealer for the next 2 hours, so that we can hit the 16-hour mark, and to see how, you know, how underneath my eyes going to look like, or how the rest of, you know, where I applied the concealer, it's going to look like after 16 hours of wearing this. So 2 more hours to go, and we are going to wrap up the video, you guys. So I shall see you all in 2 hours already. Hey everyone, here is the final check-in, of course, on this concealer. I cannot believe that I've worn this for 16 hours. Wow. I just want to take my makeup off right now, you know, do my skincare and go to bed because it is late. But before I do that, I just want to come here and show you how the concealer looks like after 16 hours. Wow, you guys. Let me quickly just show you the time. It is now 23:29 right there. So that's the time, and you can see, and wow, we hit 16 hours. 16 hours. I cannot believe I did that. But you guys, now the last check-in I did, that was what time it was, like 9:36, I believe. And since then, nothing much has changed in terms of creasing underneath here, like the way I showed you before. It hadn't increased, so it's still the same amount of creasing that I showed you guys before, and it's still the same amount that I have right now. So I'll still show you, but just to point that out. And also my oily, I don't think that it has increased more, because I was looking like this before. I don't know if you guys can notice anything different, but yeah, this is how underneath my eyes looks like so far. Still looks matte, which is quite nice. So I'll quickly zoom you in so we can all get to see this final result after 16 hours, you guys. So here we go. All right, everyone, so our final check-in, 16-hour mark, and this is how under eyes looks like that. And of course, you can see right here where I showed you before, where it was starting to crease, that hadn't increased. So we still have the, the same amount there, which, you guys have seen already. So that's how it looks like. And of course, the rest of my face, that's just oily. It's a situation, it is what it is. But the concealer overall, you guys, I'm impressed with this, in all honesty. Like, for 16 hours, look. She's happy with this, so that is good. That is good news right there. That was my review and 16-hour wear test on this concealer right here, you guys. And you already know what I'm about to say. I do like this. I believe it is, of course, a long wear concealer, which I love because I do have oily skin. So that works amazing for me. But I just want to point out that if you do have dry skin, probably you may think twice if you want to set it down with a powder, because for me, even though I do have oily skin already, I still find it underneath it's a little bit quite matte. So I can imagine if you have already dry skin and you set it up, how that is going to look like at the end of the day. But yeah, as for me, I do love this product. Of course, I found it to be cakeless in my experience of doing a wear test, and also I do love that it is, of course, infused with skincare benefits, which is amazing. Who doesn't want that? One thing I want to point out too is that I found this to be not really, as it says, to be crease proof, because I did experience a little bit of creasing underneath my eyes, just a tiny bit. It's not major, but a tiny bit. So when it says crease proof over here, and I did crease, so yeah, you know what I mean there. But that's just something to note. But other than that, you guys, wow, I found it to be full coverage, which I don't mind, and I just like this. I like the results, and I'm going to try to buy more shades so that I can do like a full face, just trying this new formula to see how it's going to look like, because now you can see my face is oily. That's because I use different foundation. But I'm going to try this as a full face and contour and everything, and then maybe show you guys how it looks like after that. But so far I do love what I'm seeing here, and I cannot wait to to use this one even more. So that was pretty much, you guys. Give this video a thumbs up. Your girl over here, she did 16 hours of wear test. Yeah, that was amazing. I now going to go and remove my makeup, skincare, and go to bed. It is late and my eyes are pretty much tired. So you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos like this, definitely smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And also ring your bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. So yeah, this is our review. We are done for the day, 16 hours, and I shall see you all beautiful people on my next video. Bye for now.